Hi there. Opening the closed Sicilian is a trap in which white unexpectedly opens up the closed position in the Sicilian and goes on to achieve an almost decisive advantage. The top player to succumb to this trap was David Navarra against Heimrath in 2000. But in that game, the Czech number one somehow managed to salvage a draw. Let's have a look at the moves. E4 and C5, the Sicilian. Here white plays knight c3, going for a closed Sicilian. After knight c6 and now d3, black plays g6, a usual strategy against the closed Sicilian. After bishop e3, black first plays d6 here, and now, perhaps unexpectedly, perhaps not, white wastes another tempo in the center from d3 to d4, now opening up the previously closed position. After c takes on d4 and bishop takes on d4, black can play knight f6 here, fine, or will definitely be tempted to trade minor pieces, the knight trading for the bishop on d4. So knight takes on d4, queen takes on d4, hitting the rook on h8, which is going to be defended by knight f6. And white's most energetic response here is going to be e5, hitting the knight. The knight dare not run because the pawn's going to probably take on d6 and reinstate the threat to the rook on h8. So black's going to take. D takes on e5, offering up a trade of queens now, which white doesn't go for. Developing bishop b5 with check, and now bishop d7 interposing. The queen on e5 still being hit is going to pick up that pawn. Now queen takes on e5, and this very common position, in fact, is where black goes wrong. Black can still have a good fighting chance with a6 hitting the bishop on b5. If instead black is tempted to play bishop g7 as David Navarra played himself, then white can achieve close to a decisive winning advantage with long castles, and this bishop on d7 looks as if it's going absolutely nowhere. So black castles, and now bishop takes on d7, the recapture with a knight, and now that knight is pinned on d7 by the rook on d1. White's going to put more pressure on the knight. The queen's being hit at the moment on e5 by the knight and the bishop, but it's going to move over to b5, and now that knight is basically lost. The best black can do is first of all trade on c3. After b takes on c3, offer an exchange of queens with queen b6. White dare not take, but we'll just simply play queen takes on d7. A piece up. Black certainly does have some compensation now, as the pawns in front of the king look a right old mess. And I think in Navarra's game, Navarra himself played rook a c8, made the most out of a very poor position and actually went on to draw. Let's just have a look what would happen. Rook f d8 might be played. After queen takes on e7 and rook takes on d1, king takes on d1, this should be enough for white to win this game. So this has been called Opening the Closed Sicilian in the Sicilian Defense. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.